In this video, I'll discuss Q1 FY26 business updates of Bajaj Housing Finance, Poonawalla Fincorp and Trent. So let's start with Bajaj Housing Finance. So in this quarter, Q1 FY26, they grew their AUM by 24%. Their guidance is always around 24 to 26% AUM growth. But the thing is that if we look at their past, in Q2 their AUM growth was above 26%, around 26.5%. Then in Q3 it came down to 25 point something, and then in Q4 their AUM growth was 25.5%, and now in Q1 FY26 it is at 24%. So if we look at their past few quarters, last few quarters, we can see that their AUM growth is coming down every quarter. So that is a thing we have to see in the future also, that how their guidance of 24 to 26% AUM growth sustained. So that is the thing. But yeah, anyway, if we see their loan book, that is around 1,20,000 crore. Okay, so in terms of the growth they are showing, it is good. If we see, if we compare it to Aavas, Aadhar, they have around what? They have around 20k kind of AUM book. Okay, even also Aptus also, they grew 24% last quarter. So in terms of growth, if we compare it to others, few player in this space, it is good. Having a very big AUM, they are growing at a very good pace. But the thing is what? But the thing is that market always looks at the best. Like in this space of housing finance, who is the best? India Shelter, and we can say Home First Finance. India Shelter is growing around 35%. Home First is growing around 30%. So market always reward them. Okay, that is why we can see that the Bajaj Housing Finance is not moving for last few months, and seeing the valuation, now the valuation is what? 5x PB. We are getting, if we buy Bajaj Housing Finance, what we are getting? We are getting a 25% AUM growth for 5x PB, whereas if I go for India Shelter, I am getting what? I am getting 35% AUM growth at 3.5x kind of PB. So that is the thing with the company. We have to see that how this 24 to 26% growth continues in the future, because every quarter since the last 4 quarter, if we see that growth rate is coming down in every quarter. So that is the thing with Bajaj Housing Finance. We have to track the company, but anyway, the valuations is really high if we compare it to India Shelter. But yeah, anyway, if we compare it to Aavas and Aadhar, I think Bajaj Housing Finance is better than Aavas and Aadhar, because as I said that Aavas and Aadhar both have a AUM of 20 to 25,000 crore, whereas Bajaj Housing Finance is at around 1,20,000 crore. So yeah, that is the thing with Bajaj Housing Finance. So let's talk about Poonawalla Fincorp. Poonawalla Fincorp grew their AUM by 53% in this quarter, Q1 FY26. So in terms of growth, they are showing really good results. Okay, because 53% growth on a book of around 30 to 40,000 crore, it is not easy. You can grow your book at 50% when you have a book of like 10,000, 15,000 kind of. But with a book of 30,000, 40,000 kind of AUM, it is not easy to grow at over 50%. But yeah, they are doing really good in terms of their growth. If we look at their guidance also, they are guiding us for a 30 to 40% kind of AUM growth in the next 5 years. But yeah, they are anyway doing really good in terms of the execution, because in the last few quarters also they grew by 40%, whereas their guidance was 30 to 35% AUM growth. So yeah, they are outperforming their guidance in last 3 quarters. If we see their last 3 quarters only, every quarter they outperform their guidance in terms of the loan book growth. So that is the thing. And Poonawalla Fincorp, if we see their business model, if we you can compare it to Capri Global, because Capri Global also increased their gold loan book rapidly in last few years. I mean 2 years maybe. In 1 year they doubled their gold loan book, and also Poonawalla Fincorp also doing the same thing, that they launched their gold loan division in 2025 only, and they are targeting 400 branches of gold loan till FY26. So yeah, they are expanding the gold loan division very rapidly, and that can be a reason that they are going about 50%. So that is the thing. Also Capri Global also done really good in terms of the gold loan if we see their past. So Poonawalla also, we can say that Poonawalla also following that route. But again, if we see their growth, it is exceptional, because 50% growth on a book of 35,000, 40,000 crore, it is not easy. So that is the thing. In terms of their loan book, that will be the main focus in the coming result season, that what will be their asset quality. Okay, asset quality will be the main focus in the Q1 FY25, Q1 FY26 result. So that is the important thing, because again if we see their past also, there was some problem in Q2 FY25 in their asset quality in the STPL book. So yeah, we have to track that one also, that how their asset quality are in this quarter, because always if you grow your loan book at a high pace, there is always a chance of some kind of asset quality problem. So that is the point. So main point is for Poonawalla Fincorp is that we have to see their asset quality in the coming quarterly result. So that is the important thing with Poonawalla Fincorp. In terms of other things, that is really good in terms of AUM, as I said, exceptional result. So that is the thing with Poonawalla Fincorp. Okay, and so let's talk about Trent. In this quarter, Trent grew their revenue by just 20%. In the last video of business updates, I compared V2, Bajaj Retail and V-Mart. So out of those three, V2 was the best. And so let's talk about the Trent versus V2. So in terms of the revenue, Trent grew by 20% in this quarter, whereas V2 grew by 51%. Okay, who is the clear winner? V2, obviously V2. And in terms of the store expansion also, V2 opened how many stores? Like 28, I think. So V2 opened 28 stores in this quarter in a small base. But Trent opened just 11 Zudio stores in a large base of like 750 stores. So in terms of the store expansion also, V2 is the winner. So that is the thing we have to look at, because market always reward who has the highest growth. Okay, who has the highest growth. So that is the thing with Trent and V2 also, that if we look at their valuation also, Trent is trading around 120x PE, okay, and V2 is trading around 90x PE, and Trent is growing at 20% and V2 is growing at 50%. So who is the better opportunity for me? Always V2. There is no doubt about that, and that is what happened in the last day also, that Trent was down by like 10-11% kind of. So that is the thing we have to look at, that who is the winner, whose sales growth is the highest in the segment. As I said, in the Bajaj housing finance, in the housing finance segment, who is the winner? India Shelter. Here in the apparel, retail apparel, who is the winner? V2. So that is the thing we have to look at, that who is growing at a higher pace. Market do not care about the base, the number that a company have. Like Trent have better sales number. Okay, I mean they have what? They have 5,000 crore sales number in this quarter, whereas V2 have like 600, 700 kind of sales number. But the important thing is what? Who is growing at a better pace? That is the important thing. So that is the thing with Trent also. So I do not think that there is anything to discuss about more. I discussed about Bajaj Housing Finance, Poonawalla Fincorp and Trent. So that's it for the video. Thanks for watching.